think I introed last time. Did I?
Don't know. Don't care. Who wants to go?
I nominate Ryan.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blown to Bits, the podcast where we talk about all things nerdy. I'm your host, Ryan, and I'm joined by...
I'm Charlie.
I'm Nathan.
All right. Now that we got that over with, what's up, guys?
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot, man. What's going on?
Sunday in Paradise.
Yep. So we got Disney Plus.
Oh,
Just
God.
dive right down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
New Mandalorian show. Second episode is out, but we're not going to talk about it because since it just came out, we don't want to spoil it for anyone. So we'll talk about the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, spoiler alert for that.
It is all things Star Wars. I love it.
Man, it's so great. So great. I love everything about it. Every single thing about it. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
Well, isn't like the first word that you hear in a different language? What isn't?
I don't remember.
I think so. Didn't it open up in the bar?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that one guy was
just pounding on the other guy.
Yeah.
And I think it's just English is not the first real dialogue that you hear in that. I thought that was super cool. It just automatically teleports you into an alien kind of land.
It's so immersive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything is just completely Star Wars.
Yeah. I love it. You know that character, the blue fin face kind of person, played that character?
Who's that?
Horatio Sands from SNL.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of thought it was
that.
Paul Giamatti at first, but apparently it was Horatio Sands.
Who?
Probably not what it is.
So, hi guys. Bye.
Hello.
Yeah. Bye, babies.
See ya.
Bye, children.
Who actually plays the Mandalorian?
Pedro Pascal, or Pascal. He was the guy that got his face crushed in Game of Thrones
Okay.
by the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know if he's going to unmask in this series or not, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, in the first episode, they're like, is it true that Mandalorians never take their mask off?
Take your mask off.
But there was also those flashbacks of when he was a kid.
Right.
Mhm.
So I have a feeling he'll end up demasking at some point.
Right.
I think so too. They've already cleared it for a second season also, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. I also love that it's not bingeable. They're releasing episodes instead of on a time frame instead of just putting it all out there here you go, Netflix style.
Right. That's smart.
It keeps people engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps people talking about it instead of, everybody binge watching it, talking about it for a week, and then forgetting about it for a year.
Yeah, man. It kind of brings people together, too, because there's some regulars at Public House that all got together last night to watch the first two episodes.
Cool.
And I was like, yeah, man, this is real viewing experiences together again. And it's Star Wars. It's great.
Which is super
Yeah,
cool.
we should quit Diver Down and just start Star Wars night.
Yeah, we should just do that.
Friday. I think it comes out. I'm not sure what time it comes out on Fridays, because I just watched the second episode today. But
Yeah.
that'd be kind of cool to have a weekly viewing.
Yeah, man, we should look into the schedule
Yeah.
and see if it has
Because
time.
they're only
to release.
30-minute episodes, so I think that's something that you could definitely throw into the schedule.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of the first episode?
I loved seeing the assassin droid.
That was awesome.
Yeah, just IG-88.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I've read a lot of the Star Wars books, and there's a book called The Bounty Hunter Stories, and in one of those stories, IG-88, that droid, he's one of the main characters, and in the story, he basically downloads his consciousness into the Death Star and becomes the Death Star.
Oh my God.
And it's right before they blow it up.
Oh man!
But he's talking about all these pesky little flies on my side. They won't bother me from my true mission. He's got this whole other agenda that he's working towards with the Death Star as his body, and then he ends up getting killed by the rebels.
Man.
It's a good book. It's got, all the different bounty hunters that you see.
Mm-hmm.
When Darth Vader brings them all in.
Yeah,
Bosk and
Boba
Fett.
Dengar.
Basically, they took all of those bounty hunters and they gave each of them a short story.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool, man.
Yeah, Bosk's is pretty cool.
Nice.
Nice.
That
That is
man.
pretty cool. Yeah, I loved how he was just like self-destruct.
That was
sequence initiated.
awesome.
Like so many times, it's like, oh, it's time to blow up now.
How has he survived till then?
I know. It's like every time he's going to fail a mission, he just explodes.
I was really sad that he didn't end up becoming a partner. I would have loved to see him on the ship.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure like that we might see more of that later on. I don't know.
Could probably get repaired somehow. Maybe, and he comes back around and is maybe.
I mean, he's a droid,
goes at it
so there's
with the
obviously like
Mandalorian.
more like him
Mhm.
too.
Mhm.
So
Well, I have a feeling that it was probably pretty expensive to have him on screen. So
Yeah, I
aim
can
that
see
was a
that.
really cool sequence.
Mhm.
Like that battle was a lot of fun.
There's a good battle in the second one too.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, mechanically, it looked so great.
Yeah,
That's maybe Jon Favreau's
I couldn't.
influence because he did Iron Man,
Mhm.
and Iron Man. I remember when that came out, I was blown away with how great the mechanics of the suit looked.
Yeah, you couldn't tell if it was like completely CGI created or
Yeah.
if it was a guy that was green screened. I mean, it was good.
It was really
I think
cool.
it was probably like a mixture of CGI and animatronics.
Mm-hmm.
That would probably make a lot of sense.
A lot of the movement felt very, very lifelike
Yeah.
with how clunky and droid-like it was.
Yeah, I really like the ending scene when it's the Mandalorian's mask, and they're deciding what they're going to do with the baby Yoda,
Mm-hmm.
and you hear the blaster, and then next scene,
It's just guns.
IG drops, and I was
Mhm.
like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was great.
I've noticed in that show there is a lot of moments where you're thinking, man, that would be a really good background on my computer.
Yeah, it's beautiful looking. It's
Mhm.
amazing. I love it. Everything about it. I love the closing credits too, where they have everything painted
Mm-hmm.
and it's still shots from the episode. And I noticed that in the second one. This isn't really spoiling anything, but
Mhm.
they just take frames and they have it as artwork over the
Oh, that's
credits.
cool.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the credits for the second episode because Charlie was downstairs.
Oh. Right on. Have you guys heard that apparently, I don't know, someone was telling me this at work at the pub, that Boba Fett and Jango Fett weren't really Mandalorians? You heard about this?
I mean, Boba Fett wasn't because he was a clone of Jango.
Yeah, but was Jango not?
I haven't.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
I mean, I haven't read anything in the book about it, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me that he either wasn't one or was an outcast
Yeah.
because of the dealings that he had with, what was it called at that time, the Republic or the Empire?
Something of the sort.
What was the Empire before the Empire?
The Republic.
The Republic.
Mm-hmm.
And his like dealings with them because bounty hunters, Mandalorians, it's more of a religion
Mm-hmm.
than like a race or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the second episode, he does quote, weapons are part of my religion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the Beskar steel, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
When she molds that.
Like that foundry scene.
Yeah.
Really neat.
And it's just a shoulder piece. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh man, by the end of this, what if he's all blinged
Decked
out in
out.
Beskar steel?
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Like seeing
Yeah.
his armor get replaced with better armor.
Right.
It's like upgrade.
Yeah, you can
Mhm.
tell. Like
You
it's,
leveled
it's
up.
kind of patchwork at the beginning, so you can see there's room for improvement.
Like I think right now it's his helmet and his shoulder piece are the only
I think so.
real armor
Mm-hmm.
because everything else is all beat to hell.
Yeah.
Would you guys start with a helmet?
Yeah,
Oh,
Definitely.
I would probably do helmet and then chest piece.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would do.
That's a lot of metal to
Mhm.
get that chest
Yeah,
piece.
he didn't have enough for that first bar.
Yeah. Mm.
But I don't know. She said there was plenty of leftovers. She said the excess will fund something or other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, so cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool when other Mandalorians come into the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a feeling like with this child that he found that he's going to end up going rogue.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a Star Wars story, so I mean he's got to be the hero or even the anti-hero. So you know he's not going to end up turning that little kid in.
Yeah.
I'm so interested in that too. Something else I noticed, the doctor in the first episode that was asking for, I guess, the bounty, or like what we came to realize was the little baby Yoda, had the Camino.
Hold on. We can't call it Baby Yoda.
Okay, well,
I've seen it all over like social media, and it's making me so mad.
Well, there's never been a race named for Yoda.
There is not in the books.
The Baby Yoda raceling.
In the books, they refer to them as Whills, like WHILLS.
Oh, really?
Whills.
Huh.
But canon, there is no name for them because Yoda was the only one.
Oh, okay.
But just say the child.
The child.
Yes.
The child.
Okay. Not Baby Yoda.
So the child and not Baby Yoda.
I don't know. It's 50 years old, so can you really call it a child?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess. The patch on the doctor's jacket is the symbol from Camino, the clone planet.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude.
So it might be Baby Yoda.
It might
Could
be Baby Yoda.
Yoda clone.
It might be baby child Yoda.
I mean, he is the only one that we've ever seen in that universe, especially like in the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
You would think they would have showed like some of his other race, but they never did. I mean, they showed E.T. for God's sake, but no other Yodas.
Right.
What is the likelihood that this has any effect on the Rise of Skywalker?
None.
None, you don't think?
I think they'll keep...
Because that Yoda,
zero.
Yeah.
that child could show up in the Rise of Skywalker, possibly, maybe.
I think it's very unlikely that they will have the movies and the series coexist timeline-wise, because Marvel dealt with that. As far as like the Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and Iron Fist, they pretty much kept all the events from the movies out of the series because the timelines were so hard to keep track of, because a movie would come out, in December, and then the show would come out over a period of time, and they pretty much said like it's just too hard to have a continuous timeline with movies and series. I
guess they kind of did maybe with Peggy Carter or Agent Carter a little bit, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. talk about the Avengers.
Right.
I mean,
but Coulson was also in that movie, so that kind of makes sense. And Peggy Carter was in Captain America, but yeah, with the Defenders stuff in New York, they were never in any of the movies. But so maybe in the next trilogy, they could introduce the child character.
Possibly.
Because if it's 500 years in the future and it's middle-aged, basically.
I would love to see...
It's a teenager.
I would love to see a Star Wars that goes way back to...
Knights of the Old Republic?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That would be awesome.
Or even Darth Bane. When, the Jedis were thousands, the Sith were thousands, and, it was a religion. The Sith was actually a race that looked very similar to Darth Maul, from what I can remember from the books.
Cool.
And Darth Bane basically saw that all of the younger, weaker Sith were ganging up on the older Sith and destroying them, so the bloodline was basically getting weaker in the Force as time went on.
Getting watered down.
Yeah, so he decided to create the rule of two, which is, one master, one apprentice, one to hold the power, one to crave the power. And you could only become the master by killing your own master and then taking on your own apprentice. And that would ensure that the Sith line would only become stronger instead of two weaker Sith taking out a stronger Sith. So he ended up creating a thought bomb, which he tricked all of the Sith that were alive together in one place to destroy the Jedi. They went down in this cave, and they basically melded all of their minds together And when he triggered it, they created this Force black hole.
Oh shit!
That sucked like all the Jedi and all the Sith into it.
Whoa.
The only reason that the Jedi went on to live is because not all of them were there.
Okay.
So there were still, a few hundred out doing stuff, but they sent like the majority of their army to confront the Sith. But every single Sith came to
just
contribute to the thought bomb.
Damn.
And so, yeah, he ended up killing them all and becoming the master, and then he found like a young girl to be his apprentice. But he's a badass. I mean, he was so powerful in the Force. He rode Rancors.
Dude.
Yeah, he went
Whoa.
He went to the planet.
That's a boss move right there.
Yeah, he went to the planet where they were native, and basically just he didn't even like control their mind. He broke their mind. And was riding, on these Rancors. So that alone, seeing like this badass Sith riding a Rancor in a movie, because he was originally raised in like the mines, so he was like just pure muscle.
Okay, so
because he had to like hold like a 300-pound jackhammer, 12 hours a day. So he was huge, and then he ended up finding this. Basically this living armor, which was like these it said it was like 0.5 meter long creatures that resembled, I think the closest would be like a roly-poly.
Okay.
And they basically attached to his skin, and you couldn't get them off, and they spread to where like when he slept he have to like have this cage around his face so they wouldn't grow over his face.
Whoa.
But what they did was they actually fed off of dark energy and produced more pheromones that would like make you angry.
Okay.
So he was basically the Hulk, because the madder he got, the stronger he got, and it was just like this continuous cycle. So he was this giant berserker. And this living armor deflected everything, including lightsabers. So when he would actually go fight other Jedis, didn't matter how skilled they were, because his hitbox was this big.
Right.
And he would just go in and just destroy them. I mean, imagine the Hulk with a lightsaber and impenetrable skin.
Yeah.
Man.
And that's what he was.
Yeah. Dang. That's scary as hell.
But he also went to like the Sith Academy, so he was
smart.
Yeah, he was smart and cunning.
How to battle.
And he was trained in all the lightsaber art forms, which the books are cool because they actually go into detail about different forms of lightsabers, and they kind of explain like the different forms that like how Obi-Wan Kenobi or Qui-Gon Jinn had like completely different styles. Like, how Obi-Wan always liked to hold it like back behind him?
Yeah.
Like apparently that's because it's like a certain style.
I hear you.
So
like kind of like different stances like for samurai swords and stuff
yeah,
like that.
exactly.
Yeah. There's a interesting theory about that is from Mace Windu and how his style is so similar to Kylo Ren's. And I think Mace Windu's style was he would use the dark side to, I guess, his advantage in combat, like melee combat. And it was like side-by-side comparisons, some YouTube video of how Kylo Ren did a lot of this backhand stuff, and that's how Mace was fighting Sidious. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I've heard the same as...
Well, Samuel L. Jackson's going to backhand a bitch.
Oh,
It's like he's the only one that was allowed to have a purple lightsaber.
Hand me my lightsaber,
Exactly.
motherfucker.
Says badass motherfucker on it.
No, he was like one of the... They said in the
Obi-Wan
books... And he was the form where he could channel the dark and the light at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's how he fought. Which, I mean, would explain a lot with him.
Definitely.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, so Darth Bane would be a very cool movie.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. I'm interested to see what they do next because there's going to be another trilogy.
Yeah, no more Skywalkers after this.
Right? I don't know. You think there's going to be another trilogy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they said there's going
said there's
to.
going to be.
This is just the end of the Skywalker
saga. Yeah.
Storyline.
What do you think the Rise of Skywalker means?
Hopefully Luke comes back from the dead, since Brian Johnson was a dick. Killed him. I don't think it's gonna happen.
It could mean so many things. I hope Anakin comes back.
I don't foresee anybody coming back.
Man, Force Ghost Anakin.
I think Rey is gonna defeat the bad dudes, and basically that's it.
I think Kylo is the Rise of Skywalker. I think we get the good Kylo turn.
You can see a face turn.
I mean, the Emperor's supposed to be in it.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know how that's going to happen.
There's a new trailer coming out. The international trailer is supposed to be dropping this month. And there's going to be more stuff with the Emperor in it, apparently, in the trailer. Exciting.
Yeah, that'd be crazy if Rey was a Palpatine.
Cool.
And, like, the roles get reversed.
Right.
So, Kylo Ren has to take her out. I just don't see any big, giant twists coming. I feel like
I don't trust anything anymore.
I feel like with this movie, they're gonna play it safe, just because they have
You've already pissed off so many people.
They've had such a bad track record, though, and it's J.J. Abrams. He doesn't really go for big twists.
Yeah,
he plays it safe. I mean, look at like the Star Trek movies. You know.
Yeah.
They've screened 3 different versions of this film for test audiences. I do know that.
Okay.
So I wonder which one we're gonna get.
They need to screen it for
me,
for Silent Bob.
Oh yeah.
I think I would trust his judgment.
Yeah. His podcast is pretty good. He did a post Avengers Endgame review on his podcast, and he was like in tears. It was really good. That guy is a super fan. That's why I love his work.
Yeah, his movies are pretty cool too. What was the Red Rising? No, not Red.
The horror movie he made?
Yeah, it was about the cult.
I can't think of it now.
Well, I don't even know.
It was a good movie. It was basically a cult movie. Where...
Oh, Red State?
Yes.
Red
That's
State.
what it
Yep.
is. Yes. I remember that now.
Yeah, I liked that movie.
It's like, whoa.
Yeah,
That was pretty neat.
If anyone hasn't seen it, go watch it.
Check it out.
He should get a Star Wars movie. Or a Marvel movie.
Yeah, or a series.
Because he could crush that.
Creative director.
Absolutely.
Cool. Let's get him on the podcast.
Yeah, man. Hey, Kev, call us up.
Yeah.
We know you listen.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for that 12 cents.
Yeah, I don't even know what we're up to now. We've got more than $1.
Yeah.
I'm sure of that.
Woo!
Nice.
Money. Money, baby.
I think I made $13 off Spotify in 2018 when I cashed it in. That's pretty good.
Okay.
You might need to check yours, man, because I bet you got way hella more streams than I do.
I don't know.
You've got like 23 monthly
I know
listeners.
because I listen.
I do
Yeah.
that,
One of them's me. And I play it a lot.
Yeah, shout outs to Sweden and the
Yeah,
Netherlands.
yeah.
I've gotten a listen or two from those countries.
Nice,
Thank
man.
y'all.
All right. I think that's all the time we have for today.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
Till next time, everybody.
Bye.
Peace. Bye.
Goodbye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.